Hi, everybody. I am Anson Phillip, as my name is seen down in there, also known as Christ I Am Disciple. And it's very late in the night. It's raining. It's been raining nonstop today. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Black Adam. Before I do so, I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit of a scripture here. It's taken from Proverbs chapter 21. 21 verse 15. Justice is a joy to the godly, but it causes dismay among evildoers. Say it again. Justice is a joy to the godly, but it causes dismay among evildoers. We're going to get into it, y'all. We're going to get into it tonight. Black Adam. As you can see from my post, uh, the topic of my post is Black Adam draws a lot from Zack Snyder's DCEU movies. I've been doing a little series on here, and the series is about, Zack Snyder's The Blueprint. It's Blueprint for Black Adam. And I posted up some of the stuff, the clips on YouTube, and they really got a lot of views really quickly, which is pretty cool. And I just put it out there. So as you guys know, I'm somewhat promoting Black Adam, even though I may not go and see Black Adam, depending on the color of Helen Cavill's suit. And y'all might say, well, that sounds so fickle. No, it has to do with the lore and canon. Does this movie consider Zack Snyder's Justice League as canon? Now, if it doesn't consider it as canon, then if Warner Bros. Wanted to put forth a nice statement on the direction in which they want to go in, and they've been pushing the rock to get the Justice League back in there, it would make sense to me that they keep with what Zack Snyder's canon was originally, which is at the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League, Superman's still in the black suit, saving the day. And we see him, he looks up in the sky in his Clark Kent clothing, and he sees something, and then he goes into the alley and just rips open the shirt, and you see the black suit on. So he's saving the day in a black suit. So he still has the black suit. And again, in the same Zack Snyder Justice League, we see Cyborg get a vision from the Kryptonian ship. This is before Superman, puts on the black suit even. And in that vision, Superman is wearing a black suit as well when Lois Lane is killed inside of the Batcave, right? By Darkseid. So if you want to keep with canon, if you want Black Adam to keep with canon, I don't care what the Rock envisioned for it. If you want to keep with canon, the canon that you speak about in the Fandango, where you put it out there. You put it out there. Zack Snyder's Justice League is what you had in Fandango. And Fandango, just for those who don't know, it's an affiliate of Warner Brothers. So basically, it's like Warner Brothers endorses this. And so if you put that out there, you can't take it back, right? You're putting out there that Zack Snyder's Justice League is a part of Black Adam's universe. That's what you just did. So you can't go back on that. You have to have black suit Superman facing Black Adam. I've had discussions with different people saying, well, he could change the suit. He could wear a blue suit all of a sudden. No, it ain't gonna happen like that, because why? Again, if you're keeping with Zack Snyder's Justice League, he wears a black suit in Zack Snyder's Justice League. The movie ends with him wearing the black suit. How long after the events that took place where he was brought back and donned it? And In addition, we have a forecast by Zack Snyder's Justice League with him in the black suit when Lois Lane dies, however long that is when that happens. So it's not just a regeneration suit as people are trying to portray it. And then Zack Snyder has some additional notes on what he wants to do with the character and the arc of the character. So if you want to keep the integrity of what Zack Snyder was doing, and Zack Snyder emphasized on that so much. If you really are about the Snyder Cut being canon and you want to be a part of the Snyderverse, then you would want to stay in line with what Zack Snyder also envisions for the character in terms of character arc. So there's all of these are great reasons for Henry Cavill to come back in Black Adam in the black suit. Not to mention, it prevents controversy, so most people can be on board now with that and just proceed to watch Black Adam. Almost nobody will actually complain about Henry Cavill being in the black suit. Nobody will complain about it. Some people might prefer the blue suit, but nobody's going to complain about it. So that's a safer bet, moving forward. And as you can see in my picture profile, Superman is in the black suit when he clashes with Black Adam, and there's Shazam there as well. Now, Black Adam as a character, is, he has magical powers. He is, in many respects, a kryptonite to Superman, kind of, in that Superman is sort of susceptible to magic. Now, of course, he has taken on Wonder Woman, and we saw him in Zack Snyder's Justice League, putting a beat down on Wonder Woman. He has put the beat down on Shazam before. So this is not, that's in the animated version of their clash. In one version, he's fighting Black Adam with Shazam, and in another version, he's taking on Black Adam by himself. Black Adam has magical powers, and that's why he shoots the lightning bolts, just like Shazam. He has the same power that Shazam has, because he gets it from the same wizard. But he knows he has used his powers. He's been around for a while, so he's been able to use his powers. He knows a bit more that Shazam knows, and he can do a lot of things that Shazam can do. And they're about, Black Adam, Shazam, and Superman are around about the same in terms of power and abilities. Dwayne The Rock Johnson looks fantabulous. In the premiere that just happened recently in Mexico, there was this premiere video of a little clip from the movie, and that thing is not only savage and graphic, it reminds me a little bit of Brightburn, the way how he kind of goes into the light and drifts out into the helicopters, out of the cave into the helicopters. It's Brightburn-like, and it just reminds us that Black Adam doesn't hold back at all. Just like in Brightburn, the kid didn't hold back at all. He doesn't hold back at all. It's not as graphically gory as Brightburn was, but it's savage. I mean, and the music and everything about, I'm gonna say this. Black Adam looks like a hit. I mean, the quality cinematography, a little bit of cringy dialogue. We get a little bit of cringy dialogue. We get a little bit of modernish kind of kiddie pop dialogue as well, which is okay, I guess. I don't know, but man, talk about edgy graphic in terms of, throws a guy and his hand snaps off, rips the guy's whole entire hand's ripped off, his whole arm as he flings the guy. You know what I'm saying? It's just very graphic. And I'm surprised this is not getting a rated R, because Zack Snyder's Justice League was nowhere near as graphically violent as this movie is. And they're rated PG-13, so I don't know what to make of it. Maybe there's this graphic violence in the beginning, but then the movie probably tones down. I don't know. But what I can tell you is it's gonna be a hell of a movie. And I just look at it and I know this is going to be a blockbuster. All right, this is going to be a blockbuster. So I can see why The Rock and maybe other people are not really worried about Zack Snyder's Justice League. But I know that David Zaslav and company, they really put a lot of work in it to make it edgy and tough like that is. So it's good kudos to David Zaslav on that. Now, I would say The Rock looks fantastic in this movie. He looks even more buff. He looks like a guy that could take on Henry Cavill and beat him. Okay, he looks that. He just looks the part. He looks like a guy who will just, I mean, like, I'm going to use some words that y'all, bitch slap Shazam all over the place. I mean, just totally just destroy him. Make him say Shazam again so he can be Billy Batson so he can kill him. You know what I mean? I mean, The Rock don't look like he's a joke, man. He looked like he would just destroy whoever's in the way. Like Batman would get annihilated. He wouldn't be saying, "Do you believe?" He'd be annihilated. You know what I mean? So, Black Adam looks good. It looks savage. Hopefully, it maintains that kind of tone because Black Adam is, now his attitude to thing and his approach to stuff is going to be interesting. But as you guys know, I'm not going to watch Black Adam. I don't care how lit it is if it doesn't have Black Superman in it. If it don't have Superman at all, well, I'm not watching it at all. If it has Henry Cavill Superman, I think people are going to watch it for Henry Cavill Superman. But I'm telling you right now, this movie is going to hold its own. It's going to do its thing. It's going to make some bank. All right. It's not, unfortunately, it's still not on as fire as it should be, but it's going to hold its own. I'm telling you right now. And hopefully it will have some legs. I don't have anything against Black Adam. I don't want it to fail. Some people, they want this movie to fail. I'm not that guy. I believe in entertainment, and if the entertainment is good enough, I never wish any movie to fail. I never say, let this movie flop. I hope this movie flops. No, I don't talk like that. So when it comes to movies and stuff, I always wish every movie the best. But if a movie is trash, it's just what it is, right? So I'm not going to be going into the cinemas to see Black Adam if Superman is not in a black suit. I made it abundantly clear. Warner Brothers, if y'all want my money, and I'm sure you will want my money, you're going to make Superman suit black. Okay, and you're going to line that up with Zack Snyder's Justice League. Because Black Adam, I mean, that movie easily could be lined up with Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's the thing. It easily can be lined up. It's just a couple words you got to tweak. And, make sure Henry got a black suit. And make sure the presentation of Henry is done right. I recently got to watch a snippet of Peacemaker where the Justice League was in there. And James Gunn basically took shots at the Justice League. And he was cursing out the Justice League in there. And I don't know why Jason Momoa signed up for that and Ezra Miller, but I didn't like that. I didn't like how they did the Justice League, how they did him in that clip. And if that's what Peacemaker's about, Peacemaker's a bunch of trash as well. That's a trash movie, you know what I mean? So, I'm not into Peacemaker to start with, but just to see him, going in, James Gunn using that to take shots at the Justice League. He did it again in Suicide Squad. I think he tried to say wherever one of the guys shot Superman with some bullet or whatever. Pretty much James Gunn's stuff don't appeal to me. Or his take on things don't appeal to me. The jokes that he makes and stuff is just not my taste of stuff. So I don't really like Peacemaker. I don't dig it. You know what I mean? I don't dig that stuff. That's not my thing. You know what I mean? Some people like it. Okay. That's not me. I always feel like you should take these characters seriously and put them in the best possible light. Superman is not Shazam. Superman is not Black Adam. Aquaman is not a punk to make jokes about. He been made a jokes about before. So why are you going to do that to him now? And so it's like, I don't appreciate. And then James Gunn want to talk about he part of the Snyderverse. No, you're not part of the Snyderverse, James Gunn. Not the content that you got. You may have used these characters in your thing, but that's probably an alternate universe. That ain't Zack Snyder's universe. Because Zack Snyder pays attention and has respect for the characters. And what Joss Whedon did to the characters, he didn't have no respect. And James Gunn don't have no respect for the characters either. He's trying to trash the characters, which is bullshit. Okay, so I'm not down with that. I'm not down with that. I'm just saying. I'm telling y'all right now. But back to my thoughts on Black Adam. So yeah, I put our clips out there. You know, Black Adam pulled from Batman v Superman. I'm talking about shot for shot. Like you look at it, you see it pulled from Man of Steel. It pulled from Zack Snyder's Justice League. All of Zack Snyder's movies it pulled from. I didn't put this up, but there was a scene where Black Adam, he throws a guy up in the air, then he flies up in the air past the guy, catches the guy, and slams him back down to the ground, right? And if you do remember, in Zack Snyder's Justice League, Wonder Woman, when she was dealing with the hostage situation, she threw she threw one of the terrorists in a particular direction, and then she realized she was throwing him at people, so she jumped, she sped ahead, caught the terrorist, and slammed him back the other way and smashed his head into the wall, and he's probably dead. You know what I mean? And what I like about, and it's a lot I want to talk about, but what I like about this is the Justice League that Black Adam will be going up against. We know they are powerful. We know they're dangerous. Like Black Adam versus Wonder Woman would be a hell of a fight, you know, because Wonder Woman is also 5,000 years old and she can really fight her ass off. You know what I mean? And we seen what they could, what the Justice League could do to humans. We seen what the Justice League could do to gods, right? And Wonder Woman kills gods. She's killed a number of gods. Okay, so don't think because Shazam is so powerful and everything that she can't take him down. And remember, she can absorb lightning bolts. So the lightning bolt and shit that Shazam and him put out, she can absorb that and dish it back. You know, we saw that in Wonder Woman, the first one. So, I mean, Wonder Woman's a badass, period. Now, you think about the Justice League. Now, we look at the Justice Society of America, you know, they all right, but they ain't the Justice League. You understand what I'm saying? They're not the Justice League. You know what I'm saying? The Justice League, when you see the Justice League, in fact, there's only one guy that could fly there. It was two, Hawkman and Dr. Fate. And I guess there'll be other, you know, like The Rock was saying in the premiere, there'll be other characters you have to look out for the future. But I would say this, I mean, Shazam going up against the Justice League would be, you know, The Rock was talking about that. That'd be a hell of a great thing. And when we talk about going up against the Justice League, you talking about Zack Snyder Justice League. You know, I was listening to John Campion and a couple other people talking about how The Rock could be in an alternate, you know, universe. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for 1 second. I believe The Rock is in the DCEU for sure. The question is he in the Snyderverse? The way how the position that they aggressively took was that the Black Adam is in the Snyderverse. Particularly, Black Adam is in the universe where Zack Snyder's Justice League just took place. Just a little bit after that. So I really truly believe The Rock is going to try and push for Henry Cavill to be in the black suit, at least. Even though he may have had a stance where, you know, he wanted Henry in the blue and red, but if he has reflected on it at all, which I hope he has, and Warner Brothers, they would change that to the black suit. Hopefully, Henry and reshoots or whatever put it in a black suit. I hope so, because that would totally seal the deal on this thing, and I definitely would go and see it, and a lot of other people would go and see it if it's in the black suit. Hopefully, I don't know what kind of numbers Black Adam is doing right now or projected to do. I say about 70 to 75 million. But to be honest with you, opening weekend, to be honest with you, they just need to clear up all the controversies, man. They need to clear up the controversies. What I mean by that is Black Adam has had a rough ride and a rough start. And I think it's because of poor choice, poor decision making. You know, you should have put out that spot with Henry Cavill a long time ago. A lot of people are going to come to see Black Adam just because of Henry Cavill. A lot of people are going to come to see Black Adam if Henry Cavill's in the black suit. You're going to have a lot more people coming to see Black Adam. A lot more people. See, all you got to do is put out a picture of Henry Cavill in the black suit with The Rock facing him, you know, and that's it. You don't got to do nothing more. You got to do nothing more. We don't need to know why, the reasons for it, none of that shit. You just got to show something. and it got to be the black suit. And you know, just put a picture out there. You don't have to tell us the scene. We don't need to know the scene, all that. But maybe they'll do it in due time as it approaches the date or whatever. But that would be lit. I just hope that's what happens. You know, I hope Henry Cavill's there. Can this movie do well without Henry Cavill? Yeah, of course. You get like a little 400 million, maybe 500 million, maybe 600 million. But with Henry Cavill there, it's going to do seven something, you know. And then if Henry Cavill's in the black suit, oh, that's going to exponentially do some stuff, man. I believe that's going to exponentially. Even if the fandom divided and some people already made up their minds, it's got a significant portion of people is going to go see that, because you know that means that's a huge statement. If Henry is in a black suit, that means you're talking about Zack Snyder Justice League that was directed by Zack Snyder. That's what The Rock has chosen to be a part of. And Zack had already opened to it. He was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, of course Black Adam could be in this universe. You know, The Rock wants that. We heard that The Rock wants to be in that universe instead of a separate offshoot universe or a Hamada universe, which is not really working. It's like flopping all over the place. You don't want to have a successful franchise in a flopping universe. You know what I mean? So align yourself with the universe that actually was making money, and let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. I don't know. I don't know how Dwayne The Rock Johnson will be thinking about it and everything. And again, the hierarchy of power is going to change in the sense that The Rock's character is a villain, so you'll have another powerful villain in there, and it just adds to more spice and just much more money. And The Rock, he's with the Fast and Furious franchise, and again, he really heightened up that franchise, and I think he could heighten up the Snyderverse and make it really super hot. Because I'm saying again, if you look at Dwayne The Rock Johnson and how he performs, and he looks like he really was all in on this part here. And the music's just foreboding, and everything about it just, it has a horror element to it and everything. I just like it, man. I like it. So I would like to see how far that will go. Yeah. I think that's some of what I want to say. But to see The Rock go up, not The Rock, but Black Adam go up against the Justice League. It starts off with Superman, but it ends up being that he has to go up against the Justice League. Maybe with some help. It would be insane. It would be insane. But then again, he also for a period of time he also becomes a member of the Justice League, and he for a period of time also heads the Justice Society of America. So you never know how this thing will work out and how it'll all play out. But I've been thinking about this, and I even put up short little clips, like 15-second clips of him being a possible Justice League going up against him, and Superman particularly, but Justice League going up against him. And I mean, it's just foreboding. The way he treats Hawkman in this movie, it's the upcoming, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how it actually pans out in the end, but it should be interesting. But Hawkman's good, but like again, he's not Superman. He's not a guy with similar powers as we got Superman, we got Aquaman, yeah, we got Aquaman, we got Wonder Woman. Now that's three very powerful. That's the three most powerful members of the Justice League. Right? Then there's Cyborg as well. So it's quite a thing. Then the Flash. I mean, when you talk about the Justice League, you're talking about some of the most powerful guys on Earth. So Black Adam, he just happened to be one of the most powerful guys on the Earth. But Shazam too. But ultimately, in the end, he's in the small leagues right now with the JSA. You know what I mean? That's not the big leagues. I'm just saying. But I'm sure those of you who choose to go and see Black Adam will be pleasantly surprised by the movie, I believe. Um, but the movie's picking up steam. That's what Sil was saying. There's a lot going on in the DCU. I'm just not talking about it. I just want to focus in on Black Adam. That's the movie that's coming out. Hopefully the fans went out in this one. With Black Adam. Clearly, Black Adam, by making that move, that Fandango move, which I'm holding them to. I'm holding them definitely to the very end. I'm not gonna go see Black Adam day one this time. I'm gonna sit back, see what happens, or if I can get any scoops or anything on the movie, find out, is Superman in the blue suit or the black suit? That's the most important. I know this is gonna be Superman at the end of the movie. Blue suit or black suit? That's what I want to know. And if they got black suit Superman, I'm there. Day one. If not, or if I don't know day one, then I'm not going to see it day one. I'll wait till somebody sees it and then tells me if Henry Cavill Superman's there, first of all, and if he's in the black suit. If Henry Cavill's not there, I'm not going to go watch Black Adam. As much as it could be a really good movie, I'm not going to go watch it. And some people say, well, it's safer if it's self-contained so that we don't have to worry about that. No, it don't work like that, folks. So that's what I got to say about Black Adam. But like I said before, pulls a lot of scenes from Zack Snyder stuff. It does have a sort of edgy, a lot more serious vibe to it. I don't know if it's so really all the way or just selling that aspect of it. The tone feels very much like Zack Snyder. The cinematography feels very much like a Zack Snyder movie. The movements, not so much. The dialogue, not so much. But Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson looks in impeccable shape, man. And he's even talking with weight and everything's charisma, everything's showing in this movie. So it's going to be a great movie in that respect, I think. But this is what I got for you with respect to Black Adam. You guys, again, if you want to join us as a guest, you can just check the link right there. Also, if you do want to, you can also come in here, give me a little shout out and write out. But if not, no problem. But yeah, that's what I got for Black Adam. You guys can check all my shorts on Black Adam with respect to Zack Snyder's movies. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Been circulating this. There's also, I have a Black Adam Facebook group you guys can join called Black Adam Lovers. Go check it out if you want to join and talk about Black Adam, all things Black Adam. I'll try to keep you going there. So yeah, your boy is still promoting Black Adam, even though he don't know if he's going to go see it, which is pretty interesting. The whole entire Snyder fandom is not behind this. I'm telling you right now. A lot of them actually, there's a scheduled Restore the Snyderverse campaign that's going to happen the day that Black Adam actually debuts. So there's a significant portion of the Snyder fandom that still do not support Black Adam, and they're not interested in supporting Black Adam. I am of the Snyder fandom that's actually interested in seeing Black Adam do well, want to support it all the way. I think it's going to be good enough a movie, a solid enough a movie. There's going to be some cringe in there. I see that already, but some of the dialogue's just cringe, man. But I believe that I want to see this movie do well, especially with the regime that's there. It looks like promising. But we'll see. I mean, it's just a make or break in a sort of way, because for this regime, they don't realize it. It's a pretty significant film in that respect when it comes to the Snyder fandom trusting them, etc. So if they can win over us, that would be great. But they got to put Black Suit Superman in there. I'm telling you, man, the stakes are high on this in that respect. Anyway, that's what I got for you guys. Deuces. I am Sam Disciple, aka Answer Phillip. I'm gonna catch you guys later. I'm out. Peace.